Hello everybody, my name is Shelly and I am glad you guys are here. I am filming this video the day after I received the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey palette. I actually received the palette yesterday and I posted up on Instagram asking whether or not I should do multiple looks with the same palette or whether or not you guys wanted to see a comparison to last year's holiday release, and I got a request for this particular video or something like it. But I wanted to let you guys know before I get into the video, before I take all the eyeshadow off and start all over again, I just wanted to let you know that I know Mel's passing has touched everybody. I did post something on Monday on Instagram, but there are no words to describe how her loss has affected the community. I'm not even really part of the community. I'm like so far out of the fringe of the beauty YouTube community that I don't even have a right to say anything. And I feel like even saying something feels like it's not about me, right? This is about a beautiful person that we got to see a little glimpse of her life. My heart breaks for Puffin and the kids, and to everybody that lost an influencer. Sorry. I wasn't gonna cry because my husband will say things like, "Are you bawling again?" When I saw the news on Monday that she'd passed on Sunday, it hit me, not because I knew her personally, because I didn't, but it reminded me that, sorry you guys, it reminded me that YouTubers are part of your lives. You invite us into your homes, you invite us into your phones. Wherever your phone is, or wherever your device is, that's where we are too. So we're along with you. Sometimes when you're bored, sometimes when you're lonely, sometimes when you just need to take a break. We're there for you. And I said the collective we, I'm not even really part of that. But if you're here, you're watching me and I appreciate you. It's an honor to be part of your life. And I just wanted you guys to know that you guys mean a ton to me, and thank you for letting me into your space. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get into the video. Today, do I look a little dark? I can't tell. I probably should have done something with my hair too, huh? That'd have been good. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. There was a new Pat McGrath holiday thing that came out here. Looks like this. Not to be compared with last year's holiday collection. She's done a couple of these palettes. I think I was looking online to see, you know, did I miss any big ones? I couldn't see that she's done a big palette like this other than the last couple years. She's done some holiday collections, some releases of quads or six pans or lipsticks or whatever. But as far as like these big mega palettes, I guess as she's calling them, they are, this is only the second year she's done it. So last year was the Celestial Divinity palette. This year's the Celestial Odyssey palette. Now, what makes these different than her regular palettes? Number one, there are more individual shades in here. There's, I think, 18 shades in this, and her normal palettes don't have that many shades. However, these pan sizes are a little bit smaller. That doesn't upset me because I'm palette obsessed and I have a boatload of palettes. I have more palettes than I can use up before they expire. It's a horrible habit to get into. So don't do what I do. But this palette itself, let me talk to you about last year's palette first. Last year's palette, I want to make this a short video because I got this palette yesterday and the more of her holiday collection launched yesterday, which means that there's going to be more interest in this and stuff like that. If you picked it up early, and again, you guys register for her website so you can get the early release, and she does coupon codes, things like that. So I think this was Mega 10, got this, and then to get the rest of, or more of the collection, it was like Celestial 10 maybe. Anyway, this is last year's palette, and I loved last year's palette, but there were like three mattes, the pink, that kind of wine, sorry, this pink over here, this kind of wine colored, and this sort of warm brown are the only mattes you got in here. And frankly, I was intimidated. All I could see were like that purple draw my eye. There's like 2, 3 other purples in here. There's some kind of like raspberry colors. It scared me, and I didn't use it very often because I always felt like I needed more mattes in the palette. This year's palette has 4 mattes. So we get one more matte. One is a little bit more of a kind of a dusty rose matte. Then we have like almost like a coral colored matte. We have a taupe colored over here, and then we have like a dark brown. I guess this really isn't taupe. It's more like a sand tan color. And then we have a darker, cooler tone brown. That's like my minimum of what I need for mattes because I tend to wear more matte eyeshadows with a pop of a shimmer. Now, I feel like this time of year, maybe you guys tell me if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like I'm wearing more matte eyeshadows and less shimmers. And I think it's a fall thing. It's like ankle boot season right now. Guys, let me comment down below if you agree with me that it's ankle boot season. Okay, so I figured I posted a picture of the new palette online, posted it on Instagram. I asked you guys if you were interested in a comparison between the two palettes to see what's similar or what's not, or if you guys wanted to see 3 looks. I got a response back right away saying, hey, let's do 3 looks with 1 palette. I do have some things to do today, so I can't spend all day doing this. I do want to get this filmed, edited, and posted all in the same day, which we'll see. We'll see if that actually works. I'm gonna try. I don't have my box lights on. You guys let me know if the lighting looks a little weird. I do want to let you know that I picked up this Thank Me Later eyeshadow base. I was gonna do a whole face of highly rated Amazon makeup, like the ones that have thousands and thousands of reviews and high star ratings and things like that. And I had a whole bunch loaded into my cart, and then at the last minute I decided to not pull the trigger on it, but then I went back in and purchased this one. And the reason why is because I'm waiting for Amazon to load. This eyeshadow base has 24,671 reviews the day that I'm looking at it, 4.5 stars. It's by the Elizabeth Mott Clear Eye Primer is what it's called. It says eyeshadow primer, Elizabeth Mott on it. Cruelty-free, paraben-free eye primer, eyeshadow base. Thank Me Later eyeshadow base to prevent oily lids and creasing. Clear waterproof eyeshadow primer for all shadows. I've been playing around with this just to see if, okay, really, there's 24,000 reviews on this. Is it any better than any other ones? Question mark? I don't know yet. I mean, I'm gonna use it. It wasn't very expensive. Price on it, the time that I'm looking at this, $13.48 on Amazon Prime. There are some other ones too, but this is the one that I think everybody reviewed, and so I've been playing with it. Tell me if you guys have ever heard of this before. I had not. I had not heard of it and not seen anybody use it. There you go. Okay, you guys, let's get into a few looks. I think I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is I'm gonna do one look on one side, one look on the other side, using the eyeshadow primer in between because I'm just really trying to decide if it's gonna be the one. I want to try some of these shimmers on my lid first, just to kind of see which direction I want to go in. And I'm really, really drawn to this one right here. You guys, I'm sorry my nails are junk. I was gonna actually see how pretty that is. I don't know if you can tell. I was going to do my nails and I couldn't. I was so excited to do this. I have just about an hour before my call that I've got to get on here, so I would just take a few minutes to do this. Wow, look how pretty that is. That's really one fingertip all over the lid, and I'm ridiculously excited right now. Wow, that's stunning. She doesn't have any Astral Blitz shades in this palette, and I believe there are 4 repeat shades from previous launches, like 4 existing shades. I don't think I have, there's like 2 of them that I think are from singles. I don't have any of her singles. I only have her palettes. So whether these are dupes for other ones, I mean, what other ones that I've had or I played with, I don't really know. Don't really care. What I care about with the palette is I want to know, can I get multiple looks from a single palette, or do I have to bounce around between different ones to try to get what I want out of it? Okay, with that teal color, I'm gonna take this kind of tannish matte over here. I've just got kind of like a big fluffy brush. I probably picked up too much because if I recall, I haven't seen anybody else's review on this, but I think her stuff is pretty pigmented, so I'm just using that tan to kind of buff out and soften up that top edge and really kind of give me the shading that I want for my hooded eyes, my hooded mature close set eyes. You guys are probably tired of me saying that, but I wanted to make sure you guys understand that if you have deep reset, gorgeous, big, whatever eyes that the techniques I do are meant specifically for my shape. I've tried other techniques and they just don't work as well for me. I love that. That's 2 shades and I love it. I'm gonna grab this dark, it's almost like a denim blue, but I'm gonna take it up on a flat brush. Did I get that in the picture? Yeah, I got that in camera. And I'm just gonna smoke out this kind of dark. I usually don't like to do shimmers all the way this far, but I thought as far as like a party look goes, I mean, if this is really the holiday collection and you're wearing this for, I don't know, New Year's or a party or something, assuming you're, you know, compliant and vaccinated and ready to go out and face the world. You guys, I know there's a whole lot of thoughts on that, and this is not a political channel, gossip channel, not a medical channel, none of those things. How beautiful is that? I need to grab a little of one of these brighter, lighter shades in here. I think I might actually want to do this kind of lavender one right here. This one right here. I know it looks almost white in the camera, but it's almost like a lavender base. I'm gonna put that right here. I started off nice and easy with not too much going on, and now I'm like, oh, let's use all the colors. I think even though these shadows are smaller pans, I think a little goes a long way. All right, you guys, I didn't zoom you in. I am so sorry. I suck at this YouTube thing. Okay, you guys, that is my first look using the, what are we calling this? This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey Artistry Palette. Am I particularly artistic? I'm not a makeup artist, not a professional YouTuber. I did not get this in PR. I bought this with my own money. I have no reason to not give you guys my honest opinion. A little bit of mascara, I think, makes a huge difference. And you guys saw how easy that is. I did not even put on any eyeliner. I did not put any false lashes. I'm just thrilled with this like smoky deliciousness. I'm not gonna say it applies itself. If you're interested in Pat's products, the Mother's products, I'm gonna tell you right now, these $78 palettes, especially if you can get them on a coupon. I mean, you can try Trend Mood, you could try any of the, you know, coupons when they go live. You can pick it up at Sephora if you've got, you know, a VIB sale or whatever else. I think it might even be available today. I love that. I think that's gorgeous. I might have to do, can I do 4 looks or should I do 5? Oof. Let's go into a look on the second eye. I really want to use this green right here. I just put it on the wrong finger. That's okay. Look how pretty that is. Just stunning. I'm going to put that right in the center of my eye. Now, you guys, I am doing this different, right? Because normally I do a transition shade and my crease shade and my shadow contour type shades, and then I end with the shimmers. But because these are so gorgeous and pigmented and foiled and just incredible, I mean, it's like liquid metal. I decided I wanted to try this first because I wanted to see it in kind of its true form. And this particular battery is dying on me, so I'm gonna change batteries. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I might be a little closer than I was before I changed batteries, so I apologize for that. I thought I had changed batteries. And then what I realized I did is I took out the battery from the charger and put in the battery from the charger instead of putting it into my camera. Sorry. You guys, cut me some slack here. Okay, let's, what are we gonna do with that green? Gold. I don't know why. I'm actually gonna do it on the right finger this time, which is to say my left finger. I'm gonna put a little of that right there. Just a touch, not too much. And then let's take this dark, I think this is a clean brush. We're gonna take this super dark, rich, chocolatey brown over here. And I know it's super pigmented. I probably just picked up too much. Little to no fallout. Yeah, that was a huge amount, even though I felt like I barely touched into it. So I'm just putting it there, and then we're gonna blend here in a second once I get it in there. There's no patchiness. There's no fallout. There's no craziness. This stuff is just sheer perfection. Not biased at all. Not even trying to justify my expense here. I'm just absolutely obsessed with this palette. I don't know why having one more matte made all the difference to me, but I feel like this palette is infinitely more wearable. Like I feel like I've got my purples, my pinks, my blues, my browns, my, you know, warm orangey colors. I've got it all in this palette. This is a good size, maybe even a little bit bigger than I would like. I don't need all these shades. I don't need 18. Most days I don't even know that I need 15. Sometimes I feel I can get by with, you know, 9 or 12 shades, and why would I need any more than that? But as far as versatility goes, I can see how if you are an artist or you have a lot of time in your hands and makeup is your passion, makeup is your outlet. I mean, it's certainly a creative outlet for me. I can see how this would be something very, very interesting and beautiful and fun. I need to put on a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, green and gold and a little bit of that soft warm brown. I threw on some mascara and a little bit of black eyeliner. Well, eyeliner first and then mascara. I need to go in with a little bit down below. I feel like I need to kind of tie it in underneath. You know what, I'm gonna start with this, the dark brown, on just like a little flat angled brush here. We're gonna put a little bit of this under here. Kind of tie that in. And then I wanna grab a little pencil brush and I'm gonna go in with that green right over the top, kind of in the center. It's gonna soften up that brown, but then hopefully tie in a little bit more. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with the gold. Might as well finish it up here so we got the same top and bottom, and in the inner tear duct. Finished up with a little bit of mascara on the bottom, and that is look number 2, this green and gold look using the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey. Is that right? Yeah, Celestial Odyssey. I'll get the name right. Celestial Odyssey palette. And I like the way both of these look. I know it's a little bit hard to tell with my lighting. I don't know which one I like better. I like them both for different reasons. I think this is like a fantastic, smoky, gorgeous, like date night look. And this is kind of like your little bit more fun, edgy, maybe even go out in public, maybe date night, maybe music festival. I don't know, something along those lines. Let's do something, do I want to do 2 more looks? I might have to do 2 more looks. Let me take this off. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I think I got all the makeup off. Putting a little eyelid primer back on. I would love to know from you guys, out of the looks that I'm doing today, which one you like best? What interests you the most, both for yourself and what do you think is the most flattering on me? I mean, I know that I'm just kind of like an every girl kind of face. I'm gonna end up doing 2 looks kind of similar. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me on this one here. I wanna take this, it's almost the more corally of the mattes. I'm gonna start with this one. A little bit of kick up on that, but I'm gonna kind of go all over. Wow, that's way more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. So we're just gonna kind of smooth this all over the lid, bring it down a little bit here. I'm gonna take this, it almost looks like a raspberry shimmer in the pan, but it's like rose gold on the finger. Oh, wow. These shades so far, at least the blue one and then this one, they seem so like cozy vibes. Like I want to curl up with a book and a fire. Or maybe I just want to curl up with a book and a fire. I'm not really sure. But that's kind of what it feels to me like. Like I could see getting cozy. They feel like cozy vibes. Very pretty though. Wow, I really like that. I'm gonna stick to this side of the palette. Boy, oh, I really want to use those too. I want to use all these colors so badly. Okay, I'm gonna grab the darker brown in here again. I'm just gonna use that to kind of smoke out the outside. This is almost starting to feel like a look I could maybe even pull off for work. I don't normally wear too many shimmery shadows, and this is just beautiful metallic shades. Take a little bit of that down here, not too specific, tie it into the rest of it. I feel like I almost lost that the first kind of coral shade. I'm going back into that coral. I'm just going to pick up some of the kick up, and I'm going to start here and just kind of work my way up and over the top because I do like that shade. That ended up being soft and pretty. I need to do a little cleanup underneath and some mascara. I'll be right back. You guys, I don't know that I would do any more than that. Initially, I was like, oh, do I need some eyeliner? Do I need, what do I need on it? And let's do this, make it a little bit easier to look at here. I don't think I would change it. If I were gonna wear this today, I don't think I'd actually change the eyeshadow at all. I really like the way it looks out. I'm obsessed with this palette. This might be my new favorite palette. I might have said that before. I am ridiculously drawn to this, I gotta wipe my finger off here, this pumpkin-y, sienna, orange, warm, copper, oh yeah, it is copper. Wow, that's super pretty. These go on so rich and creamy. It's shocking how pretty these are. Sometimes when I look at her palettes, and this is true with a lot of them, I know that they, can't do the same shades every time. People wouldn't buy it if they did. But I'm not somebody who bounces around between different palettes. I really want everything in one palette, whether it's because I'm traveling for work or for play or for vacation, or it's just that I'm in my routine and I want super easy, fast, out the door. I don't want to have to grab a bunch of different palettes to be able to pull together the look, which means I need a transition shade. I need a darker, richer shade that I can smoke things out. If I don't have those, I need an incorner highlight. If I don't have those, then I get a little cranky. I'm going to take that darker brown again, because can't leave well enough alone. And I'm going to use that out here. I'm doing a little bit of a different shape. I want to kind of just bring this up a little bit out here to the outside, and then right over the top of that copper. I think I'm going to grab this one right here, which is almost like a little bit of an apricot. And I'm going to put right over the top, right in the center, just to kind of give my eyes a little bit of more roundness. It's really pretty. I'm going to take that same shade and use that for my inner corner here, my tear duct. Let me put some eyeliner on and some mascara, and I'll be right back. Eyeliner, a little bit more dramatic than I normally do, but there's that orange look in comparison to the pink look over here. So I got an orange look, got a pink look. I could leave well enough alone, but what would be the fun in that? I'm gonna actually take this, I really want this dark kind of like denim-y blue here, and I'm gonna smudge that all along the bottom, because there are two things that I think look really pretty with brown eyes, and one of them is a blue and the other one is like a bronzy coppery shade. Smudging that right up there gives that eye a little bit of drama, a little dramatic effect. Kind of want to actually, you know what, I'm going to bring this out here like this. There we go. I should put mascara on the bottom, but I'm not going to right now because I'm just going to take it off. But there's look number 4. We're going to do one more look. I am back, mostly cleaned up a little bit here. Eyelid primer on. I even tried to fix my blush a little bit because it was looking a little crazy. We're going to do a final look today because I've got to, you know, can't sit and play with makeup all day as much as I'd like to. Okay, I'm going to take the more of the tan, taking the lighter colored transition shade, and when I do my transition shade, sometimes I like to look straight on so that I can see how high I need to go, because I want it to just peek out. I don't want to go too high, because I think when you go too high to your eyebrow, you end up looking really heavy. Does that make sense? There's two ways to look heavy, right? There's the heavy as in you've got so much shadow on there that it looks dark. And then there's heavy with the heavy hood when that top eyelid is so light that you're fighting with the receding shadow. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just putting a little bit of this transition shade. I've got a smaller brush. Knowing how pigmented these shades are, I wanted to kind of just get something on there and kind of buff it in a little bit. This is going to be probably the least interesting of the looks today, but I am all kinds of inspired by this, not only by the range of shades that she gave us, but also because it was ridiculously easy. It's like a pleasure to apply them. Sometimes you just have like the overall experience is what pulls you in, not necessarily the hype or the whatever, but if it feels beautiful to you, if it feels luxurious to you. Now, these are not the same packaging. Like, you know, her normal regular Mothership ones are a heavy. This one is a little thicker than last year's. It's maybe a third of the thickness. I don't know if you can really tell. Or like a third thick more than the previous one. Same shades, same weight. So it's really just the packaging. Nice magnetic packaging. Does have the little strap so it doesn't lay flat unless you were to cut the straps, then I'm guessing. I'm a little scared to do that actually. Okay, I've got this darker, bronzier brown over here. I really want to try that one. So I'm just going to take this dark brown, which I almost forgot about because it's just sitting there minding its own business. And then you go, oh, hey. Okay, I'm not going all the way out because I will probably take a matte further out. So I'm just kind of going in a little bit, and I'm maybe doing a little bit more rounded than I normally do. In case you're wondering what I'm doing it on purpose. I wanted to just use that shade all over my lid and call it a day. So I have to go on a trip here. I'm actually leaving in 2 days. What I have packed is the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag facelift palette, because where I'm going I think I can get a lot of use from both. I mean, it's mostly mattes with just a couple shimmers, like 3 shimmers. And I thought, oh, well, this will be perfect for where I'm going. But now I'm half tempted to take this. I don't want to take this. I don't want to accidentally ruin it in the travels. That would suck. So I'm taking this. I think I called this one a raspberry. This is like a different formula, but it's again part of that kind of raspberry color. And I'm bumping that right up against that chocolatey brown shimmer that I used before. Sticking largely to the side of the palette, I think, this time. I got new contacts and I switched back to Guess Permeables, which are like semi-rigid. Basically like they're hard contacts. And I gotta remind myself to be careful when I poke on my eyelid. It'll scratch my cornea. I'm just buffing out that edge, buffing out those 2 shimmers kind of together. We're taking this shade right here, again on my flat brush. And that's gonna go on the inner portion here. I feel like this entire palette is exactly what it appears to be. There's no like shadow fishing here, like catfishing, but with shadows. There's none of that going on. That is just maybe a shade lighter than that raspberry, but they seem so, so close. Kind of a strange thing. So pretty. My husband's gonna come home and he's gonna go, wow, you've been playing with makeup today, haven't you? Guilty. Okay, I'm gonna grab the lighter shade in here as my inner corner. Where did my pencil brush go? Grabbing this. I have made a little bit of a mess of this palette, but it looks like it'll clean off pretty well. Putting a little dabble do ya right there. Probably went a little overboard with it. Do I wanna do something on the outside? I'm gonna actually take a little bit of this dark brown. I can't seem to stay away from it. Right here. Loving these shadows. My eyes are a little watery from all of the manipulations. Smoking out that dark. I'm gonna take it all the way in. I didn't grab any more product, just what was ever on. Whatever was on my brush. Smoky, pretty. I need some mascara. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, that is the look. Is that clean-ish? This is the look. Now I'm gonna tell you I did one more thing besides putting mascara on. I went back in with this raspberry shimmer right here and just pressed a little bit of it in the center of my lids because I felt like I was getting just a little tiny bit of creasing. I think it might be probably because I was using a brush to apply it. Some of these just work better with a finger or a damp brush, and I didn't do that because, you know, sometimes I can't be bothered. I have a little bit of cleanup left to do on my face, but as far as makeup goes, I am absolutely thrilled with this palette. Here's something that I think makes this palette so much better than last year's palette. I think this is way more wearable. I think last year I had a party palette and it was a little intimidating because on a daily basis, I don't do a lot of party makeup. I'm not someone who wears crazy outlandish colors daily. I'm a little bit more subtle than that until it's date night or until I have a reason to kind of get dolled up. This one, I feel like you've got a couple really standout colors. Like you have this almost citrine color. You've got this lime color down here. Those 2 colors, maybe even this turquoise, make it something that's a little bit more interesting, a little bit more artistic. I like the way I incorporated it into the looks that I have. But as far as a palette that I can wear every day in a season, maybe even multiple seasons, because I feel like this has a lot of spring, perhaps even summer nods. I'm thrilled with this palette. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Probably one of my favorite newer releases in quite a while. And I'm shocked to even say that. We'll see how I feel after another couple more weeks when I played with it. But right now, I'm shocked at how good this is. All right, guys, tell me what you think about it. Tell me, did you guys pick up this palette? If she had released the quads when she released the big palette, I probably would have picked them up. Honestly, in all honesty, I'd set my alarm early because I wanted to make sure I didn't get it before it sold out, and I did get it. I'm happy I got this, but the quads and the blushes weren't available. I think she still has the lip balms at the time that I'm filming this. The lip balms are not available yet. I was interested in those. Wasn't so much interested in the blushes because I think I got like 4 or 5 of her blushes when she did release them, so I think I'm good on blush. I don't think I need any more blush right now. I love blush. we'll have to see how that goes. But for right now, and I didn't buy the highlighters. And when I told my husband, hey, I exercise restraint, he was like, why did you do that? Now I'm questioning why I did that. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to justify another guitar he needs to buy. But anyway, I am thrilled I got this palette. I almost bought the quads. I went back online today because I knew that the quads were released today. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go buy the quads. And then I looked at them and I'm like, they're $54 a piece. This is $78 with 18 shades. The quads are 4 shades because it's a quad for $54. And if you buy both of them, it's like $92 or $94 to buy both of them. So a little bit of savings if you buy both of them. I don't really reach for quads all that much. I should. I like a little bit bigger palette with some more versatility. That's just me. You guys can be totally different. I'm okay with that too. This is Judgment Free Zone. We like to play with makeup. And we're ladies of a certain age doing the best we can with what we have. So if you guys are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out and listening to me this long. If you could, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You don't have to watch my videos if you don't want to. Put them on silent if you want, but I need subscribers. So I would love it if you guys subscribed. Go ahead and ring the bell if you want to get notified when I upload. Usually Wednesday and Friday, unless I have a request or unless something really exciting comes out. I just happened to be home when this palette showed up. I know it's not the day that it launches. I don't get anything earlier than anybody else. Typically, I think I had one palette that showed up the day that it launched because I pre-ordered it, and that was really fun. I'd like to do that more. But, all right, you guys, I'm going to get out of your hair because I know you got things to do too. I hope you guys are doing very, very well. Have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with my Friday video, but I hope you guys are doing really well, and until my next video, bye for now.